Okay, here we go. They're just going to get easier as we do more of these. -5 minus 3i over 4i. Now the complex conjugate would be -4i. That works. So let's try that out for a second. Times -4i. We have to also do it in the numerator. So if we multiply -4i times -5, it'd be 20i. And -4i times -3i would be positive 12i squared. Denominator, -4i times 4i would be -16i squared. So let's sub in our I squareds as -1. So we'd have 20i. 12 times -1 would be -12. -16 times -1 is positive 16. So, a couple things here. We're going to put it in standard form first, which means our -12 will go to the front. Now, technically, this is correct, but it can be simplified further. So think of it again as two separate fractions. If I had -12/16 plus 20i over 16, we can simplify each part of that. 12 and 16, 4 goes into both of those. So it would be -3/4. 20 and 16, 4 goes into both of those. So it goes into 25 times, it goes into 16 4 times. So it would be plus 5i over 4. Now, do you see how they both have the same denominator? That's going to happen a lot, but not always. If it does happen where they have the same denominator, go ahead and mush them together. Make it -3 plus 5i over 4. You could also get that answer by factoring, but I think it's going to be better for you if you just treat it like two separate fractions. And then if they happen to be the same denominator, go ahead and bring them together at the end. All right, let's try this one. This one is super difficult. We got this though. Remember, we worry about the denominator. It says 6 plus I root 2. So we are going to multiply by 6 minus I root 2. 6 minus I root 2. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's do the top first. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times -I root 2 would be -6I root 2. Inside, we have -I root 2 times 6. That's another -6I root 2. Line's not long enough here. And then the last, we have negative times negative goes positive. I times I is I squared. And square root of 2 times the square root of 2 would be the square root of 4. Woo! Woo! Difference of squares on the bottom. 6 times 6 is 36. You always make it a minus, and then you square the last one. I times I is I squared. Square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 4. So we got a lot to clean up here, so a lot. Let's see. Our root 2's, so the 36 we're not going to do anything with right now, but -6i minus 6i would be -12i root 2. And then this I squared root 4. I squared, remember, is -1. The square root of 4 is 2. So -1 times 2 would be -2. Woo! Woo! Same thing here. I squared is -1. The square root of 4 is 2. So -1 times 2 is -2. So it'd be 36 minus -2, which really means 36 plus 2, which is 38. So I'm going to have to continue this one on the next video because I'm running out of time.